To me, it's the stuff off the court that'll probably always stick out. I remember following Steph Curry off the championship-winning court, and he was clutching the trophy with everything he had, and there were just mobs of people around him, and he kept trying to work his way to the locker room. And when he finally got there, all the players, all the coaches were around waiting to just coat him in champagne. And to me, that was a moment, him just sitting there and bouncing in that moment. It was euphoria. And then the parade, for it to be so perfect, a pristine day, the fans just swarming around and celebrating. To me, those two moments will probably always stick out.
Did it sink in at the parade for you that this was the season that you started at training camp and you saw this team make some alterations to how they were going to run the offense, and then at the parade it kind of like became a flashback of sorts to everything that had unfolded? Was that when it sunk into you that this is what happened?
Yeah, to me, actually, it was a couple days earlier. We flew back on Wednesday morning from them winning the championship in Game 6 on Tuesday, and Coach Kerr and Bob Myers did their season-ending press conferences, which is a normal thing to do, the post-mortem. But to think that 9 days later they were going to have a draft, to me that stuck out, because for years the draft was our championship, that we prepared for it, and that was the big thing, was who are they going to get next? How are they going to make the next step? And for them to have gone so long, played so well for 2 months in the playoffs to win a championship, that they had only 9 days to prepare for the draft, to me that stuck out. It was like, oh my goodness, the draft is no longer what's so important to this team. They're so good now that what they do on the floor is what matters.
What are you looking the most forward to as far as covering this team in the weeks, months ahead, going into the next season? Well, what's on your radar?
A couple of things. One, Draymond Green has a chance to make a ton of money this year as a restricted free agent. But to hear him already come out and talk about how badly he wants to be back with the team and to play with these guys and to be a screen setter for Stephen Curry, I think that'll be another example when he does re-sign here, another example of how this Warriors group is about each other. And to me, that's something that'll speak volumes to the fans, probably, that I think he'll probably end up taking less or being happy with whatever he gets here. And so that'll be a neat thing this summer. And then when they come back, Steve Kerr's a guy who's won 5 championships, and he talked about it's neat to win the championship because that takes a ton off your shoulders, but you also have to find something, some fire to come back to want to guard that, to repeat as champions. And I think that we've seen enough competitiveness out of this group to know that they will, but that's going to be a lot of fun covering that group that tries to do it again.